Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news. Yes, concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, the referee and the judges has been announced, and let's counterpunch these guys, okay? First of all, the referee. The third man in the ring will be veteran Mark Nelson, okay? He has 995 refereed bouts, all right? And he had Oscar Valdez versus Liam Wilson. Okay, that was one of his latest biggest ones. Okay, he's been a referee since 1992, so it's been over 30 years, so he is definitely a veteran. Okay, I personally I'm not familiar with him. You know, he looks familiar, but I'm not familiar with him. Okay. So we have the judges. All right. Palermo has been an official judge since 1997 and judged 234 professional bouts, largely at a European level. Like all judges, he's been known to hand in the odd contingent scorecards. In 2002, he had Johnny Nelson, 115 to 113 winner over Guillermo Jones in the WBO cruiserweight title fight. And 9 years later, he was one of the two judges to favor Finland's Robert Helenius over Derek Chisora by 115 to 113 in Helsinki. Okay. And then Metcalf has judged 374 bouts since 2005 in June last year. He was the only official to score Zarilla in his bout with Regis Prograis. His score was 114-113 for Zarilla and was in line with the opinion of many observers, but was widely different from the other two judges like Prograis by 7 and 9 points. He officiated a Usyk fight before. In January 2018. He felt Modest Bradis had done enough to earn a share of his spoils following the memorable cruiserweight unification showdown, scoring the bout 114-114. The other scores were 115-113 for Usyk, who won a majority decision. His most recent work on a heavyweight title fight came in January of 2015 when, in a bout for the vacant WBC title between Deontay Wilder and Bermane Stiverne, he had formerly a handy winner. Other scores of note include his close call for Andre Ward over Carl Froch, 115 to 113 in 2011, and a disagreement with CJ Ross in 2013 when he judged Floyd Mayweather superior to Saul Canelo Alvarez by a 117-111 margin. Okay. Now we have French Gerald, who has frequently worked alongside referee Nelson, can boast 1,000 fights in which he has been a judge since he started scoring fights in 1992 also. And a recent decision of note was John Ryder's close decision over Danny Jacobs in London 2 years ago when Fitzgerald scored 115 to 113 for the Briton. Let me counterpunch. I don't like these judges. I'm going to be real with you. I don't like these judges at all. Because I don't like Palermo. I don't like how he scored. You know, I don't like that at all. The Robert Helenius over Derek Chisora in Helsinki. That means this guy, to me, my opinion, he can be influenced. You know what I mean? Most of these judges, though, what they do, and it may be because of the crowd. You know, a lot of these guys, they're humans like everybody else, but, you know, it's a possibility he could have been influenced by the crowd. Derek Chisora, we know, is a war horse. You know, he's been in there with damn near everybody, right? But then we know that Derek Chisora can win some, then can lose some, then you could have some that could go either way. You know, I mean, the way he's going, he's turning into like a Manuel Augustus, and have like this crazy resume, but he's lost a lot of the fights that a lot of people thought he won, like in the first Parker fight. And since it's in Helsinki, Sweden, where Robert Alenius is from, that's not a good sign, for one. And referees, let's see, what else? And who else? Metcalf, Zarilla in his bout with Regis Prograis, 114 to 113, which is not too bad. That means maybe he was just, that's how he scored it. So Metcalf may not be too bad because, look at the scorecard, and he scored a Usyk fight before, okay? That doesn't look good for Usyk simply because he picked Matias Bredas. Hey, he felt that he done enough to earn a share of the spoils following his cruiserweight unification showdown, scoring about 114, 114. Still, it's close, but then you have to keep in mind that some judges don't like certain fighters' styles. You know what I mean? And Bredas is one hard-hitting mother sucker. Look at what he did to Opataya, right? That was a good fight. Now, if he would have scored that 113, 114, that you can't argue with that. And the last guy, Fitzgerald, I know this pissed a lot of Brits off. I don't care. I think Danny Jacobs beat John Ryder. I know Danny Jacobs wasn't even the fighter that he used to be, especially after Canelo fight and made that ching, but still, I didn't see that. And then he had it for 115, 113. And, you have to understand these fights and these bouts with these judges, I personally don't like them. I think they should have had a better referee as well, because I don't know too much about him, not really familiar with him. That may be a good thing, because maybe he might referee the fight, well enough. Because it all really comes down to the ref on how the fight is fought. Now, how it's scored is up to these guys we just talked about. So, it's kind of hard to, the best one is probably Metcalf. Metcalf is probably the best one in this, Yeah, probably Metcalf. But these other judges, I'm not really sure about them. But hopefully tonight they can be accurate and do the right job, do the right thing. I know people from fighters, referees, they have bad nights, right? So they don't score quite right. But if it keeps happening, you get a reputation of doing the wrong thing. People don't want to deal with you at all. So those are the 4 people in charge of how this fight goes for 7 belts. So it means a lot on what they do and how accurately they do it and how fair they do it, and I just hope they do it right. But you guys tell me what you think about this revealed referee and judges of the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk undisputed heavyweight showdown. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!